London is amazing. It's a terrific, dynamic mixture of all sorts of different cultures and people with different food and music and traditions and cultures all coming together and being able to experience the whole world in one city.
It's a centre for education. There are wonderful universities here, brilliant schools. All of those things are an absolute joy.
We've got the Houses of Parliament, we've got St Paul's, we've got the London Eye, we've got Buckingham Palace. You know, it's a sort of historical museum in one sense. It's fantastic, but that's zone one. London has at least 6 zones.
I think there is a sense in which London can be a very comfortable place to live. And I think when people are very comfortable, they stop seeing their need of God.
There's church buildings all over the place in London. And it speaks to just movements of God, where God has moved and revivals have happened.
Those who have never actually been in London, they've got this perception, this idea that the United Kingdom is a Christian country and London is a Christian city. Yeah, we had a lot of Christians here in the past, but the reality now is totally different.
You can see church buildings, but do you see churches? And I think there are church buildings all over London, but have they got life in them? Is there gospel life? Sadly, the case is more often than not, they don't.
I think over the years, people have started to see the church as irrelevant.
People's connection to church is falling.
And you think so many of these churches were full once upon a time. And now more and more you see church buildings getting turned into mosques or bingo halls or all kinds of stuff. There's just so many millions of people that don't know Jesus Christ. There's lots of work to do.
You can't move in London without coming across someone who probably has not heard the good news of the gospel.
Because London is not the big tourist attractions. It is the people.
People don't know who Jesus is, believe it or not. They heard things about him, but they don't know why he came. They don't know his real identity. They don't know what it means to follow him.
London matters because there are 9 million people here who without Christ are lost.
Overwhelmingly, London is not saved. London needs the salvation available in Jesus Christ.
And it would be an awful thing for us to become complacent and say, oh, look at this great church, look how many people are here, look how much we're doing. Actually, it's tiny, and the need is massive. In some ways, there's great reason to be hopeful and optimistic. Right? There's great reason to be excited about what God is doing. It's not all doom and gloom.
We can reach the nations on our doorstep. From a missionary perspective, it's a brilliant opportunity.
The world comes to London in international students for whom they might not have ever heard of Jesus before, and what an opportunity to share the gospel with them while they're here.
And maybe we can see a gospel renewal here. Maybe we can see again what we saw in the past here.
There's a huge harvest to be reaped, but the workers are few, and the work is hard.
So I don't want to miss this opportunity, and I hope you don't miss it either.
So I don't think that London is a place that needs uniquely gifted people. I think it's a place that needs all sorts of people.
Because if you're into sports ministry, or if you're into arts ministry, or if you're into street preaching, or if you're into church planting, there is a place for you in London, because it's so big and so diverse, and the way into people's lives is so varied.
So you love London because there are people here who need Jesus, but you long for London, that it might be saved. You long for this city. You ache for a people who look like they're having fun, but actually they're lost without Jesus.
London is my home, and I just love it. And the people here are happily or unhappily distracting themselves on a pathway to hell. And that breaks my heart. And we need help. We need help because there aren't enough workers in the harvest field.